Hey everybody, I'm Jeff Odom with the Tampa Bay Times. He's Collin Sherwin of SB Nation's Voodoo 5, and we're wrapping up day 2 of USF football training camp here at the Leroy Selman Athletic Center. And Collin, yesterday, it was all about the offense, the quick pace, the fast style. It seemed like they were really beating the defense. But today it seemed like it was quite the opposite. The defense said yesterday that they didn't want to lose again, and really I think today they didn't lose again.
Looked like a lot of turnovers were forced out there, a lot of incomplete passes, a lot of pressure. I think at one point I charted 7 or 8 in a row that were incomplete. There was one where Quentin actually threw the ball behind it and ended up as like a lateral fumble. So yeah, the defense was definitely on their front foot today. Eric Lee said afterwards he also felt the same way when we talked to him. I think you're going to see a USF defense that is much improved. These guys they're fired up about this 4-2-5 system. They're excited about what it can do. Offensively, I don't think a lot of questions got answered today.
And you know, the scheme, especially going from that 3-4 with Chuck Bresnahan last year, we talked about that yesterday, how this 4-2-5 system kind of fits them more. And, you know, guys like Eric Lee and Nate Godwin, we also talked to, agreed with that, saying they feel a lot more comfortable in this system. It gives them a chance, Eric Lee, to get to that in that pass rusher position, to get the quarterback and kind of get some more pressure there. And we saw that today, especially in that 11-on-11 scrimmage, with guys getting pressure on Quinn and Stephen Bench and causing mistakes there, too.
That 4-2-5, what I didn't realize is how big that playbook is and how many options. Yeah. These guys are saying that they've been studying this playbook all spring. It's not fully installed yet. There's still other things that can go into the defense, but that it's pretty thick. And so it's going to give them a lot of options. But right now it seems like what is in there is absolutely working. Today, I think we saw that Marlon Mack, too, is going to get a lot of carries today. A lot of those option plays today ended up as Marlon Mack carries. He's going to be getting the ball a ton this season if defenses show the looks that we saw today.
And, you know, going over to the offensive side, still, again, Quentin Flowers and Stephen Bench in that quarterback competition. Early on in drills, they were kind of doing some route running drills with the receiver. I thought both of them looked pretty good, but when they kind of got some defensive pressure on them, they were a little more rusty. I had one misstep video on Twitter, as many of you pointed out, that Quentin overthrew a receiver and he kind of mistakenly overthrew the receiver there. So I think that's still working its way out. Obviously, they're not in pads yet. They're not really fully developed as far as what's going on. But I do like, especially Stephen Bench, the spirals on his ball today. And what we've seen the last 2 days, I mean, they look a lot more accurate than they have, really, I guess, even in the spring and last season, too.
The thing that jumped out at me is that at one point they were on the far right field at the practice facility, and they moved back to the middle field. And once they moved back to the middle field, it just seemed like nothing could go right. Passes were high, passes were overthrown, everything was missed. But then towards the end of practice, and actually they shut them down about 10-15 minutes early today. It might have been because of the weather as well. It looked like that they finally started getting into a rhythm. Quentin Flowers was pulling the ball down and actually running a lot of runs like right up the middle, like right behind the center, where that ended up being his read. Excuse me. And also a lot of checkdowns too. Like we saw a lot of guys, he would look downfield, miss his primary, and then he was hitting that checkdown. Even if it was just a small pickup or gain, that's an improvement, and that's something this offense is going to need to do.
And also we look at the special teams. Matthias Chabadi was excellent today. I mean, he was absolutely pounding the football off his toe. I think he had at least 2 or 3 75-yard punts. I mean, it was even shocking the assistant coaches out there. They were saying, "Holy cow!" I mean, that was nice to see. We also saw Marlon Mack out there doing a couple of little punt return drills. I'm not sure how much we're going to see him in the actual regular season. I think Hassan Childs, Rodney Adams kind of have that kind of down pat. Trying to think of anything else. Oh, Zach Bullock had a nice interception, nice pick 6 off a tip pass from Stephen Bench in the 11-on-11 drill. So nice to see guys, kind of meshing a little bit. The defense, obviously, not backing down today after yesterday's, I wouldn't call it a poor performance, but the offense certainly did win on day 1. So tomorrow, we'll be back out here at 10 a.m. Sunday's practice, reminder, is at 8:30. It's still open to the public. That's the first full team practice. And they'll also be in shells starting tomorrow. Pads begin, I believe, on Sunday. Sunday is the first full pad workout. So we'll get to see the freshmen, the guys like even Raishin Bronson and Tajay Fuller, who have both been practicing with the freshmen the last couple of days. Why we haven't been able to see them out there, but we'll be able to see those guys move over. The offensive linemen, we'll be able to see them, as well as who else? We got
Riley Gibbons.
Right.
Although he has a knee injury right now, so
he's a little banged up. So
we're not sure about him.
Exactly. Glenn Bethel as well. We're not too sure about his status either. But it'll be interesting to see the new guys that come over and how they mesh out pretty well. So we'll be able to see that in the next couple of days. He's Collin Sherwin of Voodoo 5. I'm Jeff Odom. You can follow me on Twitter @ByJeffOdom. He's at USF Collin. And you can also read all about everything going on with USF camp at TampaBay.com and in the pages of the Tampa Bay Times. So have a good day, everybody. We'll talk to you tomorrow.